So, I'm gonna bring it on to armor and shields. This will be probably part 5 or something. So, you have your figure, alright? Boom, 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 feet, boom, 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 torso, arms, head, which is just gonna be up here. Boom, boom. His name's Bob. Okay, this is Bob. He says hi. And if you just have a measly little chest plate, which will get you very far, believe it or not. Boom. And and chest plate and shin guard, and some good boots, some good strong boots, okay? That is what he's got, and he's stepping towards you, so that's why they're different sizes. This is where you need a good sized shield, okay? This is probably the biggest thing that you need a large size shield for. But if you're fully kitted out with, boom, thighs with overlaying knee, which is boop, boop, and boop, and shoulders, and you have a strap going over, shoulders, and boop, 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 and some good gloves, meow, meow, meow. And he's got 1, 2, 4. And boom. So he's really well kitted out. He's got shoulder pads, he's got arms, he's got gloves, he's got boots, he's got knees, thighs, chest, and I forgot something. He's got a neck too, so he's got good sized neck protection. He is fully kitted out. You cannot touch this guy. The only thing that he would probably ever need is a small shield, which would probably be about that big, or that's probably the largest he would ever need to go. But if he was in his later states, he would need something a lot larger, something like that with a good port, handle, and steel strips or something like that at the bottom and at the top. Boom, that's probably all he would need. Besides of this, you would need boom and boom. Sam would go here, and it's just a small little shield. That's all he would ever need. He can go with a larger size shield, but that gets heavy. But he has a huge advantage of being an armored beast, okay? But it is heavy. He will not be able to sprint long distances. It's hard. It'll fatigue him really quickly. That'll be his disadvantage, his fatigue. If I'm wearing that armor and I have one of these big shields, I'm going to get fatigued easily. So get that right, and you will be good. If you're just wearing a hoodie, maybe knee pads, gloves, goggles, respirator, and boots, you need something like that. And a good weapon, too. but you'd be well off with a large shield and a pole axe, because you're not going to be engaging toe to toe. You got only a hoodie on, man. You're going to get knocked out. Like, that's the extent of it. You could just get knocked out and you're out of the fight. So, moral of the story is, do not engage with just a hoodie on. If you do that, you're probably going to get knocked out really easily. And that's all I got to say. You don't want to be wearing that. And on to materials. That guy, he's probably wearing a large amount of steel, maybe tin, and that's probably extent. Maybe some chain link and shield, maybe aluminum, that may be layered, or fiberglass with plywood under it. But that is the extent of his loadout. And the extent of your loadout goes, if you're not armored, is armor and shields. Shields are very, very important whenever you fight. If you want one, of course. If you're on a hard rush and you're just running a lot, you probably want that smaller one. If you're fortifying and you're really getting beat down, you're probably better off with that one or this one. And if you're on a small charge with a good size of equipment on, probably this, because it's light and you don't need the double layer of protection. So there's different levels. Okay, I'm not going to fill that up anymore, but yeah, I'm just going to start talking to you. If you not pay attention to what you're loading out and what you're pushing down, you will get knocked out pretty easily. Because I'm talking about the modern day riot environment. Depending on which side you're on, you're going to get knocked out quickly if they're larger. That's just the fact, matter of fact. If you build your loadout right and you're well armored, you know what your kit is, you have the largest chance in all of them, because they are thinking they can just rush in, do some damage for the day, walk out. You want to be thinking about, if I was there for a day and for weeks on end or something, you're wanting to be able to use all of your energy that span of a week or months. You want to be able to withstand a battle for a long period of time. And that's what you got to put your mind to, is how long can I last with this kit? This kit is your life. Without this kit, you could get beat to death. No joke. In this modern day environment, you can't have that happen to you. And you really need something to protect yourself. If you're in sweater, what I'm in right now, I would get beat down easily. No questions asked. If I was wearing that armor, a large shield, and an axe, I have a great chance of just being intimidating enough to make them step their ground. And if I do take hits and if they're standing their ground and they're facing me, I can face them back, and I'm able to push them back. Unlike if I was wearing what I'm wearing with a piece of wood. You're not getting anywhere. Don't you understand that? Well, let me check my minute marker now. Well, I got about a minute or two. Yeah, that's just the thing. You don't want to be stupid about it. You must think about it. Because if you're thinking about American politics, and this is going to get worse. This environment will get worse. So you have plenty of time to think about this. All right? The shields that I am showing you right now are great shields. They will stand, they will work. It's just what you want to put into it, what you want to put into it. If you're putting in as minimal effort as possible, going out for a day, then leaving it, and not trying to improve upon that one day, or that whole week, or that whole month, or a whole year, then you aren't getting anywhere. You must think about it. You want to put yourself into it. I've been dedicating myself to Shield for the last, I would like to say, 3 years, okay? And that armor, I've been working on it for 5 years. That isn't a long period of time. Realistically, if you put your effort into it, you can actually make a hobby out of it, and maybe even a career. And once you're making money off of it, you can keep doing it. And well, you can't keep doing it because guess what? You got a name. You got to keep that name going by keep making your armor, making it better, making it showable. This is not showable. This is scrap heat, crackhead built armor. All right. Once I get better, I could probably sell this and make profit. These shields will get better, and I could sell them, make profit, and make a hobby. But you cannot continue doing this if you are making a name for yourself. All right. Went off on a tangent. But, yeah, keep your eye. Make sure you try to push yourself to make yourself better. If you're not getting anywhere. That's all for now. Have a great day. And bye. In a few seconds. Gotta make sure I get that 12 minutes in.